Hey Hebrew fans, this is Todd, and today we're going to talk about this new Too Bad figure. So I saw this coming yesterday in an email, and I was all excited to make a video to show you guys, but I just could not get away to make the video. And so I'm kind of excited now. I'm here, and we are going to talk about this figure. Now, way back in the 80s, we got Too Bad, Too Bad, Too Bad. Dun, dun, dun. And Too Bad, he had this crazy action feature where he'd punch himself. And basically, you know, he was always fighting himself and punching himself. So that's kind of what it would do. So the arms were kind of in a weird position instead of being on the side. Now I've seen people customize them and put the arms on the side, and that works pretty good. Wow, a lot of people have joined us. Hey Jamie, thanks for joining us. Hey Charles, thanks for being here. Hey Mike, thanks for being here. And they gave us two versions. They gave us one we called the round back and one called the flat back. And you could see the difference in their backs. And their fronts are also different too. And the round back is, I believe, is a much cleaner build because he's, you know, got girth and herf to him. So I've always liked the round back better. But, you know, it's kind of cool to show that there was a different version at one time, the flat back, where he's a little bit smaller. But anyway, so check your figures at home and see if you got the round back or the flat back. You can still see the difference. This is more flat, this is more rounded, but it is kind of cool. Anyway, so there was the original. And what I kind of liked about the original was I remember as a kid watching movies about like two-headed monsters or whatever. And so I always thought this was like conjoined twins, right? And then of course 2000X came along. And 2000X came along and they let us believe in the storyline that it's two separate characters that Skeletor combined because he was mad about them arguing all the time. And that kind of made some sense. And actually I like the figures even, or the storyline even better. But then I started thinking about, hey, now we're not talking about conjoined twins anymore. So we no longer have a conjoined twin figure, which is kind of stinky. I do really like this Masterverse one though. Oh, it's so cool. I kind of wish Tuvar was taller to match the 2000X. But, you know, that's okay that Baddrah is taller, so not that big of a deal. But I really like his holster for his gun. It's so cool. And just the way they made him. I just wish he was a little bit shorter. He's a little tall for the other figures. I wish they would have made him maybe just a little taller than He-Man, but not as much as he is. And Baddrah about the same height as He-Man. That'd been cool. That'd been cool. That's okay. That's okay. So let's go ahead and go through my slides that I have put together for us. Let's see. Yeah, nobody can see it. Oh, man. Okay. Let me try this. I forgot to click the button to... Let's try this again. I got to click... There we go. Hey, now you can see me, right? So, let's talk about it again. Sorry about that, you guys. So, again, here's the Too Bad figures. And the original one, like I was saying, can punch each other. And we have the round back and the flat back. And you can see the difference between them. How one's more rounded, one's more flat. Yeah, sorry I didn't click the transition pitch figure or the button so you can't see what I was doing. So anyway, here's the two figures. And originally, like I was saying, they were made to be like conjoined twins kind of. And I kind of like that idea. You know, being I used to watch two-headed monster movies when I was a kid. And again, here is the Masterverse. I know you already heard this. You just said this, Todd. But now I'm showing it too so you can see it. Anyway, so here is the Masterverse figure. And again, I really like the way they made him. He's so cool. Except for just a little bit too big for my liking. And again, I like the way they put the gun holster on there. It's pretty cool. Anyway. Oh, his belt's coming off. Dude, you're losing your pants. Your belt's coming off. All right, let's go ahead and go through the pictures. This time I'll remember to click the transition button so you guys can see. So anyway, hey Mike, now I can wave to you like I did earlier. And let's see, what else do you guys have? Oh yeah, nobody can see it. Yeah, sorry. Okay, so let me go back to no camera on. And let's go ahead and go through these exciting figures that we saw. So here's the box, and it looks pretty cool. I think it's nifty. And it comes with the cool mirror on the wall picture. Who's the fairest of them all? And then we have, here's all the parts. So you have the two figures, and you'll notice that there's actually a secondary loincloth down here that you use with the 3 or 5 circles on the bottom down here. And then so you actually use this loincloth to match as opposed to using the smooth loincloths. All right, and there they are in the package showing Skeletor combining them. Yep, I shall combine. So it's kind of weird how he has kind of the... Now, it kind of freaks me out a little bit about this. If you look at these figures, these are the Filmation figures. They made them in the Filmation style. But in Filmation, he was never two separate people. He was just one guy. They never gave a story background. It was in 2000X they actually decided to make them into, you know, two different people that then Skeletor got mad and combined. So it's kind of weird that they would choose the Filmation style to show the two. Now we've wanted these two different figures for a long time, but don't get me wrong, I'm buying 2 of these packs, one to keep like this and one to keep as separate figures. But it's just strange they did it with Filmation. I wish they would have done it with our Masterverse. That'd been cool. Or just regular Origins. That'd been cool. Or if they would go back and do a Classics version. Anyway, that would totally rock. I was actually hoping they would have done it in 2000X. When they made 2000X, too bad. I wish they would have made the 2 different figures to match the cartoon. But you can see there we have Tuvar and Baddrah. So cool. So cool. All right. I just realized I forgot to push the button again. You guys couldn't see me talking. I keep forgetting to click the transition. See? Hey, everybody. Anyway, let me go back to what I was before. This time I'll try to remember to click the transition again. So, then let's see here. There he is combined. Almost like Captain Planet. I could see it now. These powers we combine into the mighty Tuvar. Now, of course, it's Skeletor that did it, and now once he's combined, he is unable to separate, as we saw with the 2000X. There was no way to separate the 2 of them. They even tried a separation spell trying to make it work, and it just did not work for them. They almost destroyed the whole Eternian planet trying to separate themselves from each other. Which it seems kind of weird that there's no way to reverse the spell. You think that any spell you put on, you could reverse. You see it all the time in all kinds of cartoons that there's always a way to reverse something somebody else has done. But in this case, no reversing, not going to happen. All right. So let's go ahead and check out the website. And there we are. And you can see right here that it launches in 29 days, 17 hours, 53 minutes, and 30 seconds right now. Bam, 30. So it's a long line. It's terrible head sculpts. Yeah, I really wish they didn't do the Filmation. But, you know, just having that body, that torso body in the middle, we can add any legs or arms or heads we want. So we can use these heads. So we don't have to use the heads he comes with. In fact, I have no plans to use the heads they come with. So you can even go back and retrofit these heads if you really wanted to. Oh! So you could go all the way back to there. So let's take a look and see if it allows us to click on these pictures to full screen them. They do not. You can just zoom in. I'm surprised it doesn't open up to a new window. Open to a new window. It's funny is when they did this, they show the Tuvar and they put the shorts on backwards. It's like, what? The shorts are on backwards. So now we know the back of it doesn't have dots around it, just the front does. And somebody notices online that he has his panties in a bunch and they're on the wrong side. And so I of course did add and do it correctly and fix them so that their shorts are actually going the right direction, using a little bit of Photoshop know-how. So that's how he should look. It's not perfect, but at least you can kind of see how it's supposed to look as opposed to what they did show us. So there you go. Cool, cool. So you can see there's all the figures. Let's go and jump back a little bit. Jump back. And right here, you can see here's that torso piece with the new loincloth. And then here's the other ones. Crazy, crazy. Oh, they're from the cartoon. Yep. You can tell because they got the crazy X's on the legs. Yep, this is the cartoon version. But in the cartoon, they were never separated. This actually reminds me of that one with that giant triangle thing that Skeletor's in, and they're calling out by the power of good, by the power of evil, whatever it is they're calling out, and these different beings are popping out, you know, and we got a good guy and a bad guy. These look like those generic guys that were popping out of that let's see if you guys tell what it's called. Abacus? No, not Abacus. What the heck is it called? Now it's gonna bother me. Now it's time to get the book of comics. Which is funny is in here I did find we can see Too Bad he's fighting over himself, and he ends up actually ripping the shield in half. I didn't realize he was that strong. I mean, that takes a lot of strength to rip a metal shield in half. All right. Hey, you made it to my video. So if you take a look there, that Yurko guy, he's the guy that makes all kinds of really cool things. In fact, the Hordak throne that I've been showing you guys is made by him. Also, he also made the throne for the Filmation figures that you've seen in my stop motion. You check out his stuff. He has some amazing, amazing, amazing stuff. All right, let me see if I can find it. Battle in the Clouds, Adventures of Skeletor, Menace, Interview, Talk of Tila, The Magic Stealer. There we go, page 195. 195. Okay. Those numbers are so small on the bottom. Oh, this is not it, but man, this is one of my favorite ones. The ones where Tila combines into one. That one's so cool. And she becomes Super Saiyan Tila, but that's not what this is about. But that is a cool one. I love that one. Okay. Oh, I have this comic. I have the Magic Stealer. What the heck? Where's it at? Oh, no, I don't. It's the Ram Man one, but I saw the same vehicle, so I thought it was... Yeah, I lost my place. Back to where I was at. There we go. Okay, the Magic Stealer. And in this, he sits in the triangle thing, and he uses it to steal magic. And I know I got this comic somewhere. What? Maybe this is not the one I thought it was. Never mind. It's the... I thought it was this one, but this is a different one. It's the Obelisk. Obelisk? Okay, back to the beginning. Massive Power, Dragon's Gift, PowerPoint Dread, Human Insect People. Oh, the Obelisk. There it is. 321. I had the wrong comic. Okay, 321. You guys are probably yelling in there, aren't you? Twin powers combined. Okay, 321. Almost there. 309, 311, 317. There we go. This is the one I was thinking of. The Obelisk, whatever you call it. Obelisk. And see, it's a triangle thing. That's why my mind was getting confused. No. And in here, they, let's see, you can see the obelisk there. And in here, it opens up, and they can call out different creatures to battle. And see these random warriors come popping out to fight. And that's what the Too Bad pack reminds me of. Just some random guys that popped out of the obelisk to do their battle. It's funny, in my head there was so many more that popped out, but it only shows 1, 2, 3 guys popping out. But it shows them yelling and yelling like it was actually supposed to be a lot more than that. But anyway, let's go and continue on. So, what is this going to cost? What's it going to be? Let's take a look here. Let me go and go back to the one that shows the belt so you guys can see how cool it looks after all the work I spent getting this just perfect. And let's go back to the website. So here it is. You got 29 days, 17 hours. No, 17 hours and 46 minutes. And it is going to be $50. 50 smackaroos. So if you want two, you're looking at $100. Ha! $100. Oh. Hopefully my wife won't be too irritated at me. So you got to buy 3, 2 to keep, 1 to sell to make the shipping worthwhile. Crazy. I think it's so funny they put the belt on backwards. What? Who hired that photographer? You had one job, man. One job. Anyway. Yep, that is so cool you're here. Let's see who else is here. Mike, like and subscribe. Yeah, please like, subscribe. You boob. Twin powers combined. That's so funny. Jason says the extra torso, no matter what line, to me was a very cool idea to make both so you can turn them into one. Yes. Yeah, I love that extra torso idea. That is so cool. Again, I wish you would have done that also in, like I said, in classics, but you guys hear me talk about classics all the time. What I think is funny is not only do you get an extra torso, you also get an extra loincloth, which I think is funny because this one is more reminiscent of the toys, where these ones are more reminiscent of the cartoon. So it's kind of funny how they have changed it. So neither one of these loincloths will be used on the next one. You use this one, which means they expect you to pull the legs off. So one of these legs is going to be looser, or you have to heat them up to pull them off. That's going to be interesting because they've never had any of the other figures before we pull the legs off. And there is a high chance of this snapping right there in that spot where the crotch and the ball joint connect. My friend Eric, it happened to him with his Beastman figure. He was trying to heat it up and pull it off, and it snapped right in that spot. So maybe they'll make the legs a little looser so they come off easier. I'm not sure. Let's see. Imperial Toys says, about time. Hi, by the way. Hey. Let's see. Jason says the extra torso. Yep, very cool. But no weapons. What? Does he have a shield at least? Okay, I can't believe they don't even give him a shield. All he gets a giant picture frame to throw at people. He's got to at least come with his signature shield. He has to. I mean, look at this guy. They gave us all kinds of stuff. I don't have all his weapons here, but we got the battle axe. We got the gun. We got this melee weapon. Hoocha! We got this melee weapon. And then we got a shield too. Did it come with 1 shield or 2 shields? I don't remember. But if they gave us this much stuff with Masterverse, they got to give us something with a $50 2-pack. I mean, that's outrageous if we don't get anything with a $50 2-pack. Crazy. Better the shield than a picture frame. Yes. Maybe the picture frame has a handle on the back so you can hang on to like a shield. Maybe that's what we got going on there. Charles says too expensive for me. Yep. Yes, I wish it was vintage too. But, you know, if they're going to release a vintage one later on, maybe you can kind of mix and match the parts to make it work. So you could have, because you think about it, is the boots are going to be hard to find two that will work. So if you switch out some blue legs that are regular and then swap out, well, you can't swap out the torso because that's combined. But you could swap out the arms to get non-filmation ones, and of course then swap out the heads. Swap out that head. I don't mind his head so much. His head's kind of goofy looking. All right, I'm going back to the PowerPoint. This is just too hard to look at the pictures this way. All right, so there you can see Z heads. I should have done some zoom ups on here. Oh, they are pretty cool looking. Pretty cool looking. And there's the picture frame. I wonder if it's lenticular. I wonder if it's going to change at all when we put that on there. I guess now my face is in your way of probably seeing the stuff. Let me turn off my camera. Let's see. There we go. Whoop, there we go. Now you guys can see it better without my big old head being in the way. Very cool. Yep. I'm excited, but I don't know if I'm $100 excited. I may just get one. I know I said I was going to get two, but $100 is a lot to spend on basically one figure. Now, the rumor mill has it that they are going to release a Too Bad later on. That's going to be a single release as opposed to this cool multi-pack. But I don't know if the single release is going to actually be Filmation or old vintage style, so I'm not sure which one we're going to get. One of them is named Baddrah. We're paying for the box too, sure. Yeah, it does look like a sticker, but it looks like it has some lines going in it, so it looks like it could potentially be lenticular, so we'll see. Yeah, I hope you're wrong, Mike. They're going to make us heat them up, but possibly not. It might be fragile. Yep. You know what they should do? They should just put legs on there. Put one of each leg on there, include it in the set. That way just pull apart like normal and not have to worry about potentially breaking those leg joints. Yep. Very cool. Very cool. All right. Let's check out your guys' questions. Skeletor. You don't want to get along? Well, that's too bad. Yeah, and that was a 2000X cartoon, which of course I love that idea in 2000X. It's funny though. My youngest son, when he would play with Too Bad, when we would play action figures, he actually treated them as two separate characters. He didn't treat it as one guy like you see in the comic where Skeletor's, where's Too Bad? You know, as one character. But he actually treated them separately as two different guys, two different entities. And he actually considered them two characters, which for me seemed really, I mean, it was cool that he could see that they were two separate characters and not just one character being there stuck together. But that's like those conjoined twins. One of them got married, but the other did not. And it's like, that's kind of strange because, you know, obviously they're both stuck with the guy. So anyway, I know, I digress. But if you've not picked up this awesome giant Too Bad, it is worth the buy from Masterverse. I just wish he was a little smaller. A little bit smaller now. Ooh, I almost broke him for a minute there. But he comes with a plethora of weapons. I just wish he was the tall one of the two so it matched 2000X lore. All right, I think that's all I got. Oh, the Toys of a Time Gone By says going to sell it in seconds. I hope you're wrong. I hope it lasts a little bit longer than seconds. But if it does, man, it's going to be tough. Now, I believe there's going to be two releases. One is for the Comic-Con and one is for people at home. Let's go back to the website and see if it gives any inclination about it. Let me switch my camera to the other side. There we go. Okay, ready for a real double header. Finally, the two bad figure collectors always craved is here. Create Tuvar and Baddrah separately, or double down and on evil doing and combine Skeletor's fighting sidekicks into the epic figure Too Bad. Swap heads, torso, arms, and legs to create arguably, literally, and figuratively the coolest characters in Moto history. see what we did there. Yeah. Let's see. Merger of Tuvar and Baddrah multi-pack. 16 points. Extra torso. Comes with mirror. Include comic book. Tells a story. Fan favorite evildoer. Removable slipcover. Pack out poses. Pay homage to the vintage figures action feature. Okay, let's go back to the previous page. Let's see. Yeah, I don't see nothing about how they're going to have them released both. I guess I could click stay in the loop. Okay. Mattel Creations returns to San Diego Comic-Con with a new mission to open the portal to shelf-worthy collectibles from your favorite brands. Get ready, we're giving you the keys to unlock fandom. Yeah. I don't know. Let's see what you guys have heard. Yes, the Street Sharks look pretty cool. Street Sharks. What? Jurassic Park? Oh, Jurassic World. Jimmy Buffett. I think this Barbie dollhouse is ridiculous. It is like a fortune, and it's just some small little itty bitty thing. Ooh, Star Wars. Skeletor sidekicks. I just cannot believe that they stole the story from 2000X and threw it into Filmation. Because in Filmation, there's nothing. There is no background. He's just a two-headed monster forever. Let's see. Icon was Mikey says to a Toys of a Time Gone by except those were sold through PowerCon site once or twice, Big Bad Toy Store, before finally going to Creations. It's good to know. I wish it was a single release, because it would be like the duplicate Faker pack. This is highly anticipated. What if the colors don't match the vintage Origins? Too bad. Gonna make it tough to part swap. It is. It is. If you guys haven't seen it yet, I made a video one time on customizing Mum-Ra, and I used the Mum-Ra head from the Savage Land figures. I think it was called Savage Land, I'm not sure. And it was a different shade of bluish green. So I actually used a slight wash, and it actually made the colors match pretty close. If you have a chance, check out that video, and we'll see if maybe we'll have to do the same with these figures. We'll have fun talking about it. They do look like they're very rich in color, so you're right, it may be pretty hard to match, but we can give it a shot. Because even between these ones, it's not that close of a match, really. It's kind of close. So I could turn it like this. Yeah, actually, you know what? It is actually a lot closer than I thought it would be. It's not too bad at all, actually. How about flatback? Flatback. Wow, that's actually a lot closer than I thought too. Not too shabby. So maybe we'll see what Mattel does. I mean, they matched the color with the Masterverse, so they might match the color with this one too. Let's see. I'm surprised that Mattel hasn't made Dino Riders. Mike CP says we can match them with Hebro leading the way. We can do anything. Hey, thanks, Mike. Thanks for the confidence. Anyway, that's all that I got. I know I've gone on, droned on for a long time. I'm really excited about that. Toys with Tom Gone By got his Night Stalker today. Hooray! I didn't order Night Stalker. And Jason says facts. That's funny. Yeah. Your warm water technique worked excellent when I swapped out the torso for King Grayskull. Eric, thanks for that. I appreciate that. Nice. What if the... Oh, yeah, we read that one. All right, I think I read most of your guys' comments. Hayden says hello. Hey, Hayden. Hello to you as well. And Gnomsky says pocket. Ronald Jagger likes the blue head better than the purple one. Steven says, so disappointed that we're getting the cartoon collection first before the vintage style. Too bad. Yeah, I feel the same way about that. Definitely. All right. Anyway, that is all that I have. So I'm going to go ahead and Darth Vader it out. Thanks for joining me. Like I say in the 1987 movie, good journey. And I will see you guys next video. Bye now.
If you found enjoyment, like, subscribe, and ring the bell. Do it.